Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm so sorry, we've been really busy here on the homestead. I try to get videos out as often as I can. It just doesn't always work out that way. We did last week make a quick trip up to my parents on Manitoulin Island. More on that video to come. Anyway, so let's just quickly go through all the things that have changed. You won't believe how much things have grown in the short period of time since the last video. So let's get right to it. Do you remember that blueberry plant that I had that I was like, oh, it's dead, it's finally dead. I gave up on it and I said I was gonna get rid of it. Well, funny story. Do you see this plant here in this pot? One, I dug up the quote-unquote dead blueberry bush. I threw it in this pot, which had the replacement blueberry in it, and I walked away and I forgot about it. And the end, look at this. This is coming up from the rootstock of the dead blueberry. So never give up. Never give up. They want to live. So it was originally right there, and I replaced it with one that I had purchased in a pot last year, anticipating that it was going to die. There you go. So you'll notice I have a lot more blueberries. I went to Canadian Tire and things were on sale. I think on the last video I showed you all these blueberry plants in pots, and now I have all these blueberry plants in my yard. I even had to stick some between the trees here. So all of them except one is looking really, really good. Lots of different varieties, so this is really exciting. And look at this. Look, look, look. Do you see what I see? I think I'm gonna eat this one. Just because it's ripe. Oh, maybe this one too. There's a few more here too. Look at that. I'm gonna have to get netting on these, or I'm not gonna get any. So this one blueberry plant on the end here isn't looking the greatest. It's not dead yet though. I'm not giving up. Look what happened to the other one. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't make it, I have a backup already in a pot. So funny. I got some flowers coming here. Guys, look at this. This is exploding with stuff. We've harvested so many herbs out of this thing. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I love it. It's just so pretty. And I've started harvesting the mint and the lemon balm and the catnip. And guys, look at this. Look at my rose. So many of them coming. So many of them have gone. So nice. And look at this. This is exploding. My neighbor did a good job. Very good job. Meat Kings are out. They're big and fat now. Looking good, guys. We have the goats and the sheep all moved up here. They were back in the back for a while. Move back up to the front. Guys, I have to show you this. So this is the front entranceway, and chamomile's coming up, herbs are coming up. Look, flowers, all of this. But look, do you see this? There are no pots here. They are gone. They are all planted. I hope you're proud of me. They're not gonna sit there all summer. Oh, it's the little things. All right, so over here, when we went away, of course, just like anytime any farmer wants to go away, we had a mom goat get sick. Thankfully, we have some amazing neighbors and some amazing people that helped us out, and mama goat's doing fine, as are her babies. Her babies are those two right there. So the one that just jumped up is Susie and Samson. And they are doing good, and that's mama goat right there. Everybody's doing good. It's kind of a way it always goes if you're a farmer. you want to try to go away, something's going to try to die on you. Just the nature of it. Look at this garden, guys. It is exploding. All right, let's go through and I'll show you what we've got going on. Guys, look at these tomatoes. They are massive. I have trimmed and cut these tomatoes. I can't even tell you how many times, and it's like absolutely crazy. This is the lettuce that we planted in my planting the garden video. Gone crazy. My apple mints. Look at these beans and the corn. I mean, if you just look from here, look how lush and full this garden is. It's crazy. You go away for a few days and you come back and everything's just like a sea of green. It's lovely, it really is. So this is an interesting thing. You remember when I did the planting the garden video, I was like, oh, I have bush beans on the end of each of my corn rows. Except that I think I mixed up the packages. I knew within a few days of them sprouting, they were putting off tendrils. And they were actually climbing beans. So I had to whip together this teeny little climbing bean trellis here, so you can see it away from the bigger one. So I have a mini climbing bean trellis here, along with my big climbing bean trellis there, because I screwed up my lovely bean packages. So on this trellis, I had planted butternut squash or acorn squash. Now I can't remember. I have to check my notes. Anyway, and as you can see, I've got it started to weave, and it is now starting to go up all on its own, and it'll continue to go up because my pumpkin plant has just taken over everything. Now this bin here, actually I come out at night, it's a soapy water bin, and I pop any cucumber beetles and squash bugs into that bin. And I'm trying to keep as many of the bugs at bay as I can. Look at the peppers I've got going on. These are my potatoes compared to my measly 6 potatoes last year. There's another shot of the little trellis. Some of my potato plants are in bloom. So here is my climbing bean trellis. And you can see, it's funny, normally the cats sleep in here. I don't know why they like it in there, but they do. So, raspberries are coming along really well. I think we've each had 2 or 3 here and there. Kind of getting some blushing ones. Oh, look, guys. Look. Dun, da, da, da. It's mine. Oh, I know this so isn't fair, but come on, guys. Raspberries are my favorite. Like, they're the best. I just love them. I like all fruit, but raspberries, I like that tart and the little bit of crunch, and so good. So, raspberries. Look at these ground cherries. So many of them, they're doing so well. So these are my peppers. I have never had peppers like this. Look at the size of these. I am so excited. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see the bees in there working. We've actually seen some honeybees, so we're pretty sure our honeybees have found their way to our garden, which is awesome. That's what we were hoping for. But look at this. Like, look at the size of this thing. I have never had peppers this big. Never. So it's very exciting. Oh, guys. Look. Garden tour also means I get to eat things. Beautiful. Oh, hold on a second. Do you see my little red pepper? So this is lipstick sweet. So these guys actually, they're a sweet pepper, sort of like your standard green, orange, yellow, red in the store. So this is the same sort of flavor, but they're small. They're not hot, they're sweet. That's exciting. I am calling my pepper in the pots here a success. Like, I'm barely into the season and I have peppers. I've never had peppers. I've got one blushing over here too. This is amazing. Look, it's blushing. It's starting to turn. I cannot believe this. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Again, these are, this variety is a sweet. This is a Trellis Italian. It's another sweet variety. Oh, this is so exciting. Hey, goatees. They're on the first strip. All right, let's go check out the hot peppers there in that row. But we definitely have some very cool looking hot peppers here. So in our local gardener group, Chemfield Gardeners, we have a Facebook group, and this spring I was giving a whole bunch of seeds away, and in the giving, someone else gave me, his name is Joel, he gave me some really great hot pepper seeds. I don't eat hot peppers, but Thomas does, and pretty sure that's one of the varieties he gave me. So this is exciting. Now this AC's piano teacher, she got these hot ones from a friend of hers from Chile, and they're really tiny hot ones. So we have a number of those ones as well, and then all the rest of these hot pepper plants also came from a gentleman named Joel. These ones are really cool. These are called cherry bomb ones. Look at these. They're like little round balls. They're pretty cool looking. Thomas is really excited for his pepper year this year. Look at this. Sea of calendula. I have to start drying all these out. Oh, the garden is so lovely. Look at these very exuberant strawberries. Tomatoes. This is the one tomato plant that I didn't try last year, and it's a new variety for me this year. It's a Dr. Weishies or Witchies, or I'm really excited to see what this one is. We have a plane flying overhead and I can't see it because it's really cloudy, but it's really loud. Look at the peas. I'm eating peas in the garden all the time. Our carrots are going crazy. More tomatoes putting off blooms. Now remember, about 90% of these tomatoes all got hit with the frost, and I just watered really heavily. And as you can see, they've all come back. Kuka melons are struggling to survive amidst the attack of cucumber beetles. So these are Kuka melons. This, also referred to as mouse melons, that is a tiny Kuka melon struggling to make its way. All right, let's pop over to the other side. My dill, calendula, Johnny jumpers, peas. This hot mess over here, this hot mess is radish that I've allowed to go to seed. Why do I allow it to go to seed? Well, in here, these are the radish seed pods. And there are multiples of these per plant. Some I dry for seeds next year. But my favorite thing to do with these little radish seed pods, I eat them. They taste like radish, only without as much bite as a radish has. And you get more radish stuff out of letting them do this than just like one single bulb of radish. So I come and I pick all these seed pods, and I eat them, or you can use them in stir fry, bake with them, all sorts of things. Favorite is fresh snack from the garden. Now the other reason why I have let these radish go completely wild, like come on guys, this is like crazy, but is if you look back here, you can see I have some lovely cucumbers. Now, here is my biggest one. I have planted all the cucumbers in all the rows at the same time, but the radish smells that come from the radish kind of mess up the cucumber beetles a little bit, and they tend not to eat these plants as bad as the others. So if you were to look at like my Kuka Melons or even the ones on this side, they have been decimated by the cucumber beetles. But this side, the radish are masking the smell of the cucumbers, and they are having a chance to actually get big enough to produce stuff. So, one more reason to diversify in your garden. Not saying that there's not cucumber beetles on them, there's just not as many. Look at this hot mess. So this is calendula that reseeded itself from last year. This is a carrot that I missed harvesting last year and is now going to seed, which I'm going to let it because I can save the seeds. This is also a carrot that I missed last year, which is going to seed again, and I'm going to let it because I'm going to save the seeds. I have strawberries planted in the middle that have spilled out down and are going down onto the ground. And then I had seeded lettuce in here this year, and it is such a hot mess. My garden is a complete hot mess, and I'm totally fine with that. It's doing its thing. As if you come over to this side, like look at this, guys. They're coming. And these ones were hit by frost. Remember, these plants got teeny tiny and hit by frost, so that's Black Beauty. So Black Beauty plants, the plants themselves are like purpley as well as the tomatoes. There we go, you can see there. So they stay this black colored, purpley colored kind of thing, and they're beautiful. So here's some more carrots that I missed in the planting last year. And they're gone to, now I think these ones are purple, because their flowers are purple, so we'll be saving the seeds of these ones too. But, it's kind of fun. An instamung, a ground cherry found its way. My garden is a total hot mess this year. There's too many other things going on, and I just don't have time to keep up with it all. But it'll still give me food. So these radish, I actually pulled them all away from the cucumbers to try to give the cucumbers more space to grow. And instead, cucumber beetles got my cucumbers, and I don't have any. I was putting diatomaceous earth down around them to try to help, but avoiding the flowers so the bees wouldn't get it. Just a mess. We have a friend here though. Nice to see them show up. There we go. More lettuce. And on this side, again, like absolutely decimated with cucumber beetles. And even with the diatomaceous earth, look what they're doing to my plants. And this side, as you can see, I only have lettuce here. And they're absolutely destroying my crop. I fight them every year, but some years seem worse than others. And I'm totally snacking in the garden. All those babies. Peas are going crazy. Over here, it's my hascaps. So I went actually hascap picking at a local farm. It's called Berry Good Farm. It's just outside of the area that I live, and man, so good. I picked like 2 buckets worth of it. They were so delicious. Mrs. Turkey is the one and only bourbon red I brought with us from our old farm. She's her little bum leg. She can't walk very well, and she actually went broody, and so I gave her 5 baby chicks. There's 2 of them, but she's so cute. She's got all these babies she's raising now. mean, you can see she can't walk very well. Oh, there's another one of her babies. And she has a hard time, but she's such a good mom. And she deserves to have a good life, so I've let her. This was the tree that drowned. Look how good it is now. It's not drowning. These guys are so thirsty. Every day it says we're gonna get rain, and every day it doesn't rain. So I've been watering a little bit, but we're trying to be really careful because when you live on a farm, you do need to make sure you have enough water for all of these guys and the horses. So we are careful. Hopefully, I did water some today, but hopefully soon. I love this view. Walking down here with everything growing. Look at this. All of these sunflowers were volunteers. I had planted sunflowers in front of my arches last year, and they self-seeded, or the birds ate the seeds and seeded them for me, and they have been popping up in my garden beds everywhere. So whenever they would pop up in a garden bed, I would grab them, dig them out, and put them all along here. So when people tell you you can't transplant sunflowers, don't believe them, you totally can. So yeah, and look at them, just beautiful coloring. You can't, I love these ones. I had some really bright red ones last year, so I'm hoping some of the ones that self-seeded were some of those beautiful red ones. But like, look at this. How can you not? It's gorgeous. It's just a sea of flowers and chamomile. There you go. There's borage here. So this is borage, and the bees love it. And then behind it, we have comfrey, which the bees also love. And then the little pollinators seem to really love the chamomile. So it's like this big smorgasbord of beautiful flowers and just food for them. And then in the hangers, beautiful flowers in the hangers too. Looks like we have some more sunflowers thinking about poking and open. And then this right here is one of those blackberries that I paid like $1 or $2 at the clearance rack. And I've planted. So these fluffy things, these are gonna be cosmos. They're not in flower yet, but soon, and then they'll be adding more flowers to the area. Here's another one of the $1 or $2 blackberry plants. More borage, other stuff thrown in there. Flowers. This garden was supposed to be the garden that all the tomatoes along the fence line, they were the extra tomatoes I didn't sell, I threw them in. They were supposed to be my donate tomatoes to charity. And the chickens decided, or the ducks or the guineas or someone decided that their entire pen full of grass wasn't good enough. They needed to eat my tomatoes. So the other day, when I was pruning my tomatoes, I took a bunch of the suckers from the underpits of the tomatoes, and I stuck them in the ground, and I've been watering them, and I don't know if they'll live or not. Some of them are tall enough that the chickens or ducks or guineas down there too left alone. I don't know, we'll see. The peppers in the front though are doing really good. I'll flip you around and let you see them. So the peppers are doing really well. I'm really happy with them. And this is purple basil. And then from this plant over is all hot ones. Again, most of these were traded. I gave seeds and I got seeds, and these are most of the seeds that I got traded from. Same guy that gave me the other peppers. So I don't know what these ones are, but they're really cool shaped. Oh wait, there's a tag. Sugar Rush Peach. There you go. Sugar Rush Peach. Interesting. These guys here are the cherry bomb. So yeah, look at that though. Look at all those I think this is like my favorite view. I think I just love to look down all the plants on the one side. And I love it when the goats are here. That's what makes it my favorite view. I have the plants and the garden and the pergola, the chicken coops, and then all the goats. Hey Alice girl. It's my old girl Alice. I'm sure you can see why I love this walk. I have one more thing to show you guys, actually maybe two. In the tours that we've done, there's been one thing that I haven't been showing you guys, and I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to pop over and show you guys the baby bunnies, because I know I showed you guys on a couple of tours the bunnies, so they've grown quite a bit. Hello little bunnies. Hello Mama Bunny. You guys just hanging out. They're getting so big. You would never believe they were just little babies. There. Little guy. Hi, little bunny. Last thing to show you is we bred our purebred border collie Sky to a purebred border collie. And here we are. We have some puppies. Everybody needs to see some puppy love. Little sausages. They've actually gotten quite big now. Have their eyes open, most of them. Okay. So we have two brown ones in this batch because Sky's daddy was a purebred brown border collie from the United States. Oh, hi little one. So there we go. All right, whew, the sun came out. So short and sweet, I just thought I'd give you a quick update of what's going on. Let you see the garden, the explosion of the garden, I should say. So on that note, thanks for coming to the farm and hanging out with us today. We'll see you next time. Bye.